Hi, it's me, Bridget. I'm on part 15, and this is my life story. As I've said many times, if you have not seen part 1 through 14, please scroll up or scroll down, and you will understand everything up until this point, and it will make sense. Okay, so what I last talked about was the hospital. As I was leaving the hospital after the accident happened on 495, and Greg was in the ICU, and I was able to be introduced the wrong way to his wife. Well, anyway, at this moment, I'm sitting in my car crying, and my phone is blowing up from my brother because he want to know am I still coming, and he has no idea what has happened because I never had a chance to talk to him. But I'm like, you know what? I took off today. I'm still gonna come. Let me answer the phone. So I answered the phone. By the time I had kind of like got myself together, because I had been sitting in the car for like 30 minutes crying. And he was like, "You all right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm good. I'll talk to you about something later, but I'm coming." He was like, "All right, well, don't come here. Just go straight up to Rundle Mills Mall. We'll meet you up there." I said, "Okay, I'll do that." So I looked at the time. I was like, "Oh Lord, it's 2 o'clock." Reservation was at 3 o'clock. So I said, "Let me get going, cause I'm like far away. It's gonna take me about 45 minutes to get up there, and I only got 15 minutes to get in there." So, but I made it. And I guess that little ride made me feel a little decent to be able to enjoy the birthday party. So I said, when I get there, I'm not gonna tell anybody what happened. I'll wait later because I don't want to take any type of enjoyment from her birthday party. I was not gonna do that. So I remember as I was going in Arundel Mills Mall, it's a big mall. I love that mall. Have you ever been to it? Arundel Mills Mall in Maryland. Arundel Mills, Maryland. Is beautiful. I mean, beautiful. I love it. But anyway, as I was walking through, I remember I seen the restaurant, so I had to go around. I came on the wrong side, so it was a long walk to get back around to that restaurant. And as I was walking, I was like, is that Mike Tyson? It was like I could look and I could see. I said, that looked like Mike Tyson. And I see two bodyguards walking with him, but he was coming towards me as I was walking towards the restaurant. And as he got closer, he stopped because I was getting ready to just walk on past. But he stopped. He said, "Hi." I said, "Hi, Mike Tyson." He said, "Hi. I just want to let you know you are so beautiful." I said, "Thank you. You just made my day." And he just left and walked off with his bodyguards. And something hit me. And I said, "You know what? Today something got to change." But he just made my day, and I was able to have a beautiful time at the birthday party because of Mike Tyson told me some words that hit me. And I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes to God, God will allow you to see what you need to see. No matter what's going on in your life. If you ask him or you tell him about how you feel, he going to allow you to see what's going on in your life. And everything that I have told you from part 1 to this part here, it was eye opener. God showed me everything that's going on in my life, even though He kept telling me to clean up your life. But He knew who I was in love with, and He was able to show me what was really going on. So when you see things with your eyes, don't ignore it. It's real. Why ignore it? He's showing you. That's the type of God He is. He's going to show you what's going on in your life because He know you don't know. And when you don't know, He's not going to crucify you. He's going to help you see your way. So that day when Mike Tyson told me I was beautiful, God was talking to me while I was at that birthday party. And He said, "Look, it was me that stopped everybody from that hospital from stopping you from coming in. You should have never reached the ICU floor. I should have never been able to go up to ICU. It was secured by police officers. Like I said, none of the police officers asked me anything about me. When I came up there, The lady already knew who I was, my first name, and she told me to go in. Those police officers that were standing by the door I never seen before. They never asked any questions. It's like God made everything stand still for me able to get to Greg and see really what was going on. And I believe he made it where he put me in a zone where I was still at peace, even though I'm seeing everything happening before my eyes. But he kept me calm because I could have went off, but he kept me calm. He did that. He kept talking to me and telling me what to do, and I kept doing what he said. And I took this day as an eye opener of my life. So when I left that birthday party, I started to get a little upset. I got back in my car and I said, you know what? I'm calling Thomas right now. And I got on the phone and Thomas answered the phone. He said, "Hey Bridget, how you doing?" I said, "I'm good. I just left the hospital a couple of hours ago." I said, "I do want to say thank you for letting me know what's going on." He said, "You're welcome. You know I care about you." I said, "You say you care about me." I said, "Give me a reason why today you called me and I haven't heard from you in a while. Why?" He said, "Because I was letting you know what was going on." I said, "Listen up. I want you to hear me clearly. I had the worst experience ever in my life." I said, "Did you know that Greg was married? Did you?" He said, "Bridget, yes." I said, "Why didn't you tell me? You're supposed to be my best friend." He was like, "Bridget, if I told you, you probably would have never listened to me." I said, "No, you should have still told me." So I like literally blamed him for this. I was so upset with him. I said, "Don't ever call me again. I believe you did this on purpose. You should have told me he was married." He said, "Bridget," before I was hanging up, he said, "Bridget, he should have told you he was married." That's the last thing that I heard. And I hung up the phone and I called Verizon and I told them to change my phone number right now, today. I was just done with all of this. It was the worst day of my life. But one thing I will say, Mike Tyson made me get my life together. He don't even know it because all he told me was something that may brighten up my day. So you never know what you say to a person. Words can mean a lot. You never know what they're going through. And sometimes just showing you care and you love and stop and say hi to people. I hate when I pass by somebody and they never speak. I always speak when I pass a person, especially when they hold a door and right and we looking eye to eye. I'm like, what is wrong with this world? So I said, you know what? I'm going to get my life together. Forget everybody else. I got to worry about my kids, my life, and my family, and I can build a new life. So I was just so upset that day, but I changed my phone number because I knew there was nothing I can do. If he has a wife and he's in the hospital, they're going to put everything in her hands. There's nothing I can do. So there was no need to go back to the hospital. For what? They're not going to allow me to do anything. So at that point, we're moving along to where now I'm at home minding my business. This is about a month later. And I keep getting these phone calls, and I'm like, I just changed my phone number. Who is calling me with these restricted phone numbers? And I said, you know what? I'm tired of these daggone restricted numbers. Let me answer this phone, see who it is. So I answered the phone, and it was a young lady. And she said, "Hi, Miss Kearney. I found your number. Did you know your number is in the phone book?" I said, "My cell phone?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Oh, I gotta look into that." Because back then we had yellow phone books. Everybody's number was in the phone book. So anyway, I said, "Who are you?" She said, "If I tell you who I am, you're gonna hang up." I said, "No." I decided I seen this number keep calling me. It says restricted. Is there's a reason why you're restricting your phone number? She says, "Because I'm not here to argue with you. I just want to talk to you." I said, "Okay. What can I help you with?" She says, can you tell me a little bit about you and Greg? I said, I don't want to talk about Greg. I said, but since you're on the phone, you know what? I'm getting curious now. You calling me, you found me, you want to know about me and Greg. Tell me a little bit about you. She says, I'm a woman that was seeing Greg as well, which I just knew was just a lie because you going out of your way to call me. Why aren't you calling him? But anyway, I didn't say anything. I was just listening. And she said, I just want to know, do you have any kids by him? I said, why does that matter? I said, but no, I don't. Since you want to know, I don't have any kids by him. Well, we were preparing to have some. She said, okay. I said, look, am I on trial or something? What is it that you want? She said, Bridget, I'm sorry if I'm making you upset. I just wanted to like literally talk to you because I think we have a lot in common. I said, at this point, I really don't care. I said, if you're calling me, do you know he's married? She said, yes. And I said, look, don't call me anymore. This is just very dumb. Stop calling me. You need to go find Greg and talk about it. And I just hear her start laughing, and I hung up. And I said, no, I'm not going to answer these restricted calls. That sounds like somebody playing around, like his wife got somebody doing some stuff just to find out who I'm about. So I was aware of his wife is going to try to figure out who I am. They've been together for 15 years. And come to find out, she's a prosecutor. She's a prosecutor, a lawyer for the state of Maryland. And I'm like, okay. So you mean to tell me all this time Greg was trying to leave his wife and he didn't know how to tell me? But he wanted to be with me and make plans with me? And I literally fell in love with him. And I believe he truly loved me. But at the same time, why couldn't he just tell me? So I went back and I was thinking he couldn't tell me because I told him I don't date married men. I never would have dated him if I knew he was married. But he lived a single life. This is what I don't understand. So that tells me he was living a double life. And I guess that's why it was so easy for me to date other people because he would never commit. And I believe he wanted to because he was like, you're not going to be single for long. And he did tell me he wanted to talk to me about something, but it just all now made sense. It all added up and made sense. So I'm going to tell you right now, it was a living hell for the next year because as I would go to work, as I would get my kids, as I would go on with my life, I have people following me, literally following me everywhere I go. I changed my number so I knew he couldn't call me. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, well, who is following me? And I'm like, look, I don't understand why people are following. They never did anything to me. They never said anything to me. I just realized people are following me every day. And I thought I was literally going crazy. And I knew it wasn't me. So I literally took off of work a couple of days because I said, if I got to see if really somebody following me. I know they're not going to do anything, but everywhere I go, I see these same people. They just act like they're just doing what they're doing. But everywhere I go, you're there. So I notice when I go to work to Baltimore, when I get out of Prince George's County into Baltimore County, they wouldn't follow me because it's out of their jurisdiction. So I assumed it was undercover cops, police officers. But I didn't know really who it was. I was just assuming. Because I got so used to Greg following me, popping up wherever. So I was just like, I'm not going to let this bother me or worry me, but I want to test this to make sure I'm not literally going crazy. So I took off work for 2 days and I said, you know what? I'm going to do my same routine, but I'm just not going to go to work. I'm going to go around about like I'm going to work. So this particular day, I said, I'm leaving the house early. I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts in Laurel and I'm going to sit there and see if these people are going to pull up. And lo and behold, after I finished ordering what I'm going to order, I sat down in the little booth where I can see my car and look outside, see the traffic, and this same car with the same people pull in. And they just sat in their car. They didn't even come in. And I'm looking, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to take some pictures. So I'm slowly trying to sneak take pictures of this car. And it was like a white guy and a black guy. I've never seen them before, but I always keep seeing them everywhere I go. So I came outside, got in my car, looked at them. They looked at me, and I just got in my car and I left. And they pulled right behind me and followed me all the way home. I said, somebody really is following me. Why? But like I said, they would never talk to me. They never said anything to me, and they never did anything to me. They would just follow me. So I just got literally sick of it. This happened for like a whole freaking year. And I'm like, I'm tired of these people following me. Why are they following me? And I felt like I couldn't do anything about it. What am I say? They're following me. It's not against the law to go around and go somewhere. They can say anything. I'm lying, anything. But I was prepared. That's when I had my mace with me all the time. Because I said if they come up to me and do anything, I'm gonna mace them. But they never did. They would just sit in their car. Sometimes I go to the park with the kids. They'll pull up in the park and just sit there and watch. And I'm literally thinking, like, what is going on? So a year passed by, and I said, you know what? I ain't gonna worry about that. I'm just so daggone used to this. So I got on my computer and I was like, oh, I got some emails. Let me check my emails. And I checked my email and I seen one email said Greg. I'm like, Greg? Now it's been a whole year. I knew the last time I seen him, he was in the hospital. I said, let me open this email. I opened it and I started to read it. I'm gonna try to remember every little part because I never saved it. I was just really like starting to get over him. It's been a year. I was starting to get over him. I haven't heard from. He couldn't call me anyway. As I read the email, it stated, Bridget, this is Greg. I truly want you to know I am so sorry for not telling you I was married. Would you please forgive me? I've been trying to contact you, but you changed your phone number. If you will, please give me the opportunity to explain. I'm getting better now. I have a plate in my foot, I remember him saying. I had to learn how to walk all over again. I'm walking. I'm not back to work, but I'm in physical therapy. And if you will please give me the opportunity to at least talk to you. Love always, Greg. I had to read this email like 3 or 4 times because I'm like, huh? It's a year. Once the year went on, I started going on with my life, so I just didn't care anymore. I changed my number. I wanted to dump everything and do what God said, clean your life. And that's what I was doing. And plus, I was just upset with him. Internally, I really was upset, but I didn't show it, you know. So to make a long story short, I sent the email back. It took me about a couple of days to respond. And I said, this is Bridget, this is my phone number. Yes, I do agree that you owe me an apology. And that's all I said. So about a week later, he called my phone. I was on my way to work. And I answered and he said, can I please see you? I said, you don't need to see me, Greg. All I want is an apology. That's all you have to say is I'm sorry, and that's it. We both can move on with our lives. He said, Bridget, can I please see you? I said, look, I'm getting ready to go to work, but listen up. I want to talk to you about something. I'm glad you're on the phone. Can you please call your dogs off me? Can you please tell them stop following me? Please. I'm sick of it. It's been a year. He said, huh? I said, people are following me, and I want you to tell them to stop. Because I literally thought he had somebody following. He said, Bridget, I don't have anybody following you. I said, they're following me, Greg. Stop it. I'm trying to live my life. He said, Bridget, call me back when you get off work. I said, I'm not calling you back. Just tell them to stop. And I just went to work. Because, like I said, once I go over PG County, I'm in another district. So they wouldn't follow me once I went into Baltimore County. So I always felt safe. And I never talked to it about Raymond. Of course, I had to give Raymond my new phone number. But it took me some time because I wanted to deal with this. I didn't want to bring this mess around him. I'm dating Raymond now. Well, anyway, we're gonna stop this video because Sometimes I get long winded and I don't want it too long where it's not going to upload. So we're going to come back with part 16. And I should only have maybe two more parts. And I'm going to end this, my story, because I can pick up another time. But I want to get over this part where I decided to move to North Carolina. Yes. I shall return with make sure now, with part 16. I'll see you soon. Bye.